This is Sherry. I'm coming at you from my patio in Canyon Lake because it's getting a little bit later. It's beautiful, warm weather, but it's windy down there on the lake. So Lily and I are going to hang out up here and we're going to do our reading up here. This is just as beautiful, and we can see stuff as far as the animal totems go, and we've got wind chimes going, and it's beautiful up here. Right, Lil? Okay, so today we're going to be working with one of my favorite decks. It's one of my older decks. Lily wants my love. Hold on, I'm gonna kind of stretch out here a little bit so I can give her. Okay, little girl. My cats are asking for love and attention. So I kept getting this morning. Pay attention to them. They're talking to you. They're telling you stories, and they are. I'm getting all kinds of messages. Watch your animals. They give you messages. Lay down, Lil. It's okay. Oh, she's got her nose in a knot. Okay. The deck that we're going to be working with is called Feathered Omens by Ted Andrews, because I have so many messengers. Come on, Lily, jump back up. So many messengers that are from the birds, right? And we'll probably have somebody come flying up while we're talking. I don't know, it's one of my older decks and I haven't used it for a while. So the first card, it's interesting because Liger helps me pick out my cards. As soon as I bring my decks out, he comes running at me, and he wants to get involved in the whole situation. So the first card flipped out of the deck, the book opened up to it, and Liger laid on it too. So this is it. Courtship and mating. And what's interesting is you see these cranes, and my friend just said to me, oh, I wanted to, actually it was Uncle Phil. He said, I saw these big whooping cranes and I wanted to send them to you. Which was a message, because the whooping cranes talk about they talk about courtship, they talk about mating, basically, and basically that's what it's talking about. It's a relationship. So there's a new relationship developing. Okay, so you think about animals, any animal. The first thing that they require is food, right? They hunt for food. They need to eat. They need to survive. The second is to mate. Because that's what ensures the survival of the species, right? Of every animal species. So, and there's times and cycles in the year when they're more procreative, and other times, and just like us, when our energy is higher. And basically, what it's saying is that the appearance of this card right now, and we're getting this quite a bit, is that your creative energies are very high at this moment, and it's a signal that they're going to be growing even further, and they're going to continue for the next few months. There is, we've been getting recently, Lily's hair is all over the place. We've been getting recently that we have opportunities that are going to be coming to us, right? And this is what's going to be coming over the next few months, so pay attention to this. At this time also, it's not just about that. The opportunities bring relationships to you. All kinds of relationships. So they're telling you that they want you to pay attention to relationships. Every relationship that comes into your life, give them attention. Don't ignore them. They take priority right now. Relationships take priority. This includes your business relationships that you're developing or that you're working with, as well as your personal relationships. Pay attention to them. People are being drawn to you at this time, so take advantage of that. They're in a position right now where their ears are open. They're listening to you. They're hearing what you have to say. So this, if you want to talk about personal relationships, you can talk to people even if they're not physically with you. You can talk to them in your heart, and we have telepathic communication is very, very strong. We all have that interconnectedness, especially with the ones that we love and who love us. So pay attention, talk. I kept hearing this advertisement on the radio, and it's talking about singing to your kids and talking to your kids and reading to your kids at an early age. And kids, this is not meant to be in any way a dig or, but when something's new, a new relationship is beginning, or someone is just awakening, or this is a new relationship to you, you would think of it's in the infant stage, right? Children. So they're basically saying, communicate to the ones that you love, and these new budding relationships, whether they be, you can talk to your business partners as well, and business relationships in your head. We're connected energetically, so don't ignore them. But as far as romantic relationships specifically, since we've had a lot of focusing on the area of romance, the sun's about to come around the corner, and they're saying sing, talk, and it doesn't even matter what you're saying. It's like with your cat or your dog. You know, you could be singing them some silly song. They don't understand human language, most of it anyway. Some of it they do, but it doesn't matter what you say. It's that you're talking, and it's your energy. It's what you're feeling. So that's why music to manifest. And when you're I'm telling my people on my work sites that are talking about love relationships, I'm saying, sing to them, sing the songs that mean something to you, and like you're singing to them, they'll feel that energy, they'll feel that connectedness. So that's what they're saying right now. Music, pay attention to music. Pay attention to the words that you speak. Don't give mixed. I got a message this morning myself that I was giving the universe mixed signals because I was saying one thing and then perhaps I was annoyed with something and I said something else, and so the universe was like, okay, what do you want? So be very careful about what you say. Don't allow yourself to react and say things that you don't mean. I get this a lot with my clients that are calling in about relationships. Somebody will do something, or they'll get frustrated with the person because nothing's happening in the order that they want it to happen. So then they'll say something, and I'll say, you need to check with your heart, because that's truly not what you're feeling. I know, I can already feel the energy of what you're feeling with this person, and you're just upset right now. But you need to be careful not to say those words when you're upset, because whatever you say, it's like an affirmation. So be careful about the words that you speak out in any situation, relationship, with anyone at this point. Because at this time they're listening. Your connection is very strong. So in personal relationships, right now they're saying your connection is quite strong. So pay attention, talk. Open the lines of communication between you. With opportunities as far as career, people are also listening to you. So pay attention to how you present yourself. They will attend to you, which means they will come to you. They're reacting well to you if what you're sending out is positive. Be careful what you're sending out. They're saying at this time, dress for success, put your best foot forward. People are noticing you, they're watching. Show your best side. Show your best side. Show who you really are, the best of who you are. Because we all have amazing qualities, and you don't want to have the negative qualities be the ones that come out because you're annoyed or whatever's going on. Let them see who you are. Let them see exactly what you have to offer and why you're such a good fit for whatever this is. Let them see your best. Don't hold back your enthusiasm. So laugh and be high and be happy, and if you've got ideas, share them. Everyone's open right now. They're also talking about a time when we should celebrate and basically, I'm thinking of word, dancing, moving in harmony. So dance for what is ours. I was saying the other day, a song came on and I loved it, and I started to play it over and over again. It's a song I have on my banner picture. It's to my twin, and I said I love this song and it means so much to me. And I'm singing and I'm dancing and I had tears pouring down my face. It was amazing, and that's what they're saying. Dance right now and celebrate and dance for who you are and what is yours, and embrace the people and the new relationships that are developing in your life right now. No matter how temporary they are, pay attention. Remember, people come for a time, a season, a rhyme, a reason, whatever it is. Whoever's in your life right now, they're there to either bring something to you, to the table, for you to learn from, or for you to pick up information from, or for you to benefit from, or you are there for them. So pay attention to everyone. It's going to help you. It's going to help you and make you more fertile in other areas of your life. Let's look around. I'm going to look around. I want to see. I'm going to look around right now and see if I see anybody flying. Gosh, isn't this beautiful? Don't I have the most incredible view? Do sit in your life and look around and see what it is that you have to be grateful for. This is what I have to be grateful for, and I am. Look at all the people out on the lake, running around on their boats. Gosh, it's beautiful. The sun is warm, my plants are growing. This is spring. Spring is in the air. New beginnings. Amazing. Okay, the next message that we have is Chickadee. Can you guys see this? Chickadee. Discover and express your truth. So this is a small kind of, I think he's really cute, but they describe this particular bird as kind of like a dull colored bird. It's very lively. It's one of the ones that speaks about spring. It's a sign that it's also a sign that new truths are being uncovered. And the black cap that it's wearing, it reminds us to keep your thinking cap on. Remember in school, I remember my teachers always talking about your thinking cap. I mean, I grew up in Canada, so that was one of the children's shows. The lady would come in, the teacher would say, all right, let's put our thinking caps on. So it's telling you, keep your thinking straight. At this time, when you're looking at Chickadee, this is a time, ooh, that's kind of cool. Then you can see the outside and the card. This is a time when you can expect to gain greater understanding and truth and perspective about any shadows, the dark shadows that have been around you. At this time, things are coming to light. Especially right now, pay attention in your dream time. We've been getting very, very specific messages in our dreams. My dreams have been off the hook, man. They've been amazing. And meditation time too. Meditation. You know, I'll just lay back and close my eyes, and maybe 5-10 minutes into it, I'll hear a sentence, and I'm getting messages that I need to hear. So this is what they're saying at this time. Pay attention to your meditations, prayers, and your dream time especially. You're going to get greater insight, and you're going to have confidence about the changes that are actually occurring at this time. So if there's any lies or deception that's going on at this time, it's going to be uncovered. This is when truths are being revealed. So they're asking for you to be truthful. Be truthful in everything that you say, even to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Like I said, if you get upset, don't say things that you don't mean. Be very, very honest and truthful at this time. Also, if it comes to something when you're asked something, speak your truth. They say the truth hurts, so sometimes it does. So be very kind in the way you speak your truth. This is a message to me. I did a reading for somebody. It wasn't even, I don't know if it was kind of like a life coach kind of reading. And I got a lot of aggressive energy coming through. And sometimes I don't realize how I speak. And so I have to be careful about the tone of my voice and how forceful I come across. Because I'm very passionate, and sometimes it can be misunderstood. So also when you're speaking to others right now, they're saying your words at this time are going to be very... they're heard right now, and they're going to be heard. Anything that's said cutting is going to hurt more. Anything that's said encouraging is going to be even more so. So be very aware of your words again. And accept and express your truth as delicately as you can. Message for me. But this little chickadee, for the size that it is, it's a very fearless bird. It has no problem taking on larger birds, right? This just because, you know, small size means nothing. Have no problem. It's kind of like I've seen little birds defending their nest, and this is what this bird does. They'll take on any large bird that attacks it or threatens this. So it's talking about any threats or shadows that have been hanging around you. They're passing. I was thinking about this. I've got a lot of friends who are working with the energies that are happening right now. You know, we've been blaming it on I have been too, Venus retrograde. But there's actually a kind of an old energy that's been hanging around from past lives, from medieval times actually. My friends express this, and it's funny because you guys have probably heard me talk about, I always been seeing Paris and the Eiffel Tower for the last year, focusing on that. And I got a message in my meditation once, not that long ago, and it said, you're about to go on an adventure with your French vampire boyfriend. And I thought, what? And what it is it's old energy, and it's from the French. It happened in France, and it's energetic stuff that it's releasing, and it's supposed to be gone by the end of this month. But this energy's been coming in, and I saw last night a little hole in my auric field. So that's this energy. That's why they kept showing me France, and it's a past life thing, and it's old karmic stuff that's clearing old other dimensional spirit beings or whatever that are having to clear away. So it's basically all that stuff that's nothing to be afraid of. That's what I was getting. It's nothing to be afraid of. Just keep your auric field clear. Keep your shield up. I wanted to tell you, I told you that I wasn't using white light to shield myself and my twin. And any of the ones that I love, I never use white light. I keep him and me in a blue cave, crystal blue. You know, peacock, actually, the colors of the peacock. But what I kept getting was pyrite. They kept giving me pyrite. And so I would go to bed holding my pyrite. and I realized that pyrite is to help with auric shielding. any holes or tears in your auric field. So if you're having issues with anything coming in that's kind of disrupting your thinking, or your things are getting kind of convoluted, or your messages are getting kind of like messed up and you can't quite figure out what's going on, or get some pyrite, or ask for pyrite. Think of, it would be good to look at it, the crystal, and then you put it in circuit by rubbing your left thumb over your third eye and just say pyrite in circuit. So you're taking on the metaphysical properties of pyrite. If you can hold the pyrite, have it better, it's even better. So what I've been doing is I have been keeping my twin and I inside our crystal cave, our peacock cave, which is interesting because the peacock is the bird that most resembles the phoenix. And all day today I've been getting, we got 2 Phoenix Rising cards this morning on the spiritual pages. And then I was in getting ready for doing this reading, and I was just thinking, and a song came on the radio, and it was talking about the Phoenix Rising. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. So the peacock colors are basically rising from the ashes, right? It's helping us. But what I've been doing is I've been putting us inside a pyrite cave. Pyrite's on the outside, and then the blue is all on the inside. So nothing can get in and tear our auric shield. So that's just a tip to send out to you. So basically what they're saying, what I'm giving you too is, with all of this old energy that's going away, this old stuff from like past energetic stuff from past lives, no fear. And that's what I said. I said, I am not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. I've got myriads of angels around me. I'm completely protected. You are of a fourth dimension, a fourth dimensional being of no higher than that. They can't go higher than that. I'm already higher than that. I'm already into the 5th dimension, and we're going higher. So there's nothing they can do to hurt us. There's nothing for you to fear. There's no energy, that is going to take you down, or it just confuses things. So when you have holes in your auric shield, in your field, it causes things to be a little bit muddled. And our energy, people have been saying to me, what is going on with the energy? That's what's going on. So that's that message. That was just kind of came in together. What else? I think I'll do, I don't know how many cards I had. I had a bunch. And, oh, I do, okay. So we'll do Goose, because the Goose has been coming. I wrote about the Goose, and I was given one of my clients actually spoke to me about the Goose. The snow goose. The snow goose talks about renewal, which is spring, a new season of renewal, and there is renewal going on right now in relationships. And the snow goose specifically talks about that the love of the snow goose is for no other than their true twin flame. So it talks about twin souls. And there's another thing about the geese themselves, particularly the Canadian geese, which I saw just 2 here. I've never seen them here before. It's a trip. But the Canadian geese, their message is they never leave a wounded bird behind. So it talks about being part of a team and a couple or organization or group or spiritual group or soul family. Never leave your team behind, right? Okay, so goose. And there it is. It's a Canadian goose. And I'm Canadian, which is the hysterical. Pursue your quest. So these birds are migratory birds, right? They come from Canada and they go. I've seen them in Wisconsin. I've seen 2 on this lake here. I've never seen them before. So they're migratory birds, right? They leave in the autumn and they seek out like different worlds for them, basically new dimensions. They make a honking sound. I don't know if you've heard the honking of the geese. I mean, all geese honk, but these guys, when they fly, you hear them honking, and it's basically an invitation for you to follow on a great spiritual quest at this time. As we said, there's truths coming, and this journey has got promises coming. It's promising fulfilling of your dreams and promises, and that only quests, great quests. People would go out on quests in the olden times, and I've gone on what I called a quest. Remember, I went and I let my higher self guide me, and I was taken on a quest up the coast of California, and it was amazing. So a quest is when you're going in search of something fantastic. So the goose appears right now that there is a quest that's being sounded for you, and you need to listen to this call. And this journey, it's alerting you to your own quest. What is your quest? It's now it's time for you to find out what your spiritual quest is. What is it that you're supposed to be doing? What is it that you're looking after? It talks about, all quests bring about transformations. They help us break free of old restraints, old habits. You're breaking out into new ground, right? You're going to come into your own power at this time. So when the goose appears, they're basically saying, expect to have your imagination stirred. You're going to be, steered towards new ideas. New traveling, new dimensions. So traveling could be astral traveling, traveling in your dream time, in your meditation time. You could be physically traveling. It's talking about going over your emotional waters, right? So you're traveling over your emotional waters because that's what these are, water birds that fly over, you know, the migratory birds flying over their waters. So basically, you're invited to experience this new adventure and the new possibilities that are coming for you, and any opportunity for great adventure at this time, or creativity for you at this time should be acted upon, because it's going to be new growth, and it's bringing new growth and maturity into your life. That's what's happening at this moment. Sorry, Lily. I keep annoying her. Okay, hold on. What else is next? I think that's it for Goose. The weather's changing. Mr. Sun's gone behind the clouds. Uh-oh. So he's thinking. Okay, let's see. What do we have? What do we have? Okay, I'm going to do... The wind is whipping up. Okay, so the winds have changed, are whipping up. Also, I got something the other day. Let me see if I can pull it back. When the sun goes behind the clouds, the wind whips up. Okay, you notice that? It's interesting. When the sun comes out, everything stills. Now, the sun is the divine masculine, which is literally the divine masculine. If we're talking about a twin soul relationship, there's the divine feminine and divine masculine, but we all have the divine feminine and the masculine in us. The masculine is forward movement, aggressive movement. And so when the sun goes behind the clouds, so the clouds, when things cool down, the wind whips up. So it makes me feel like when we go in, when the divine masculine goes into, it's when he's thinking. The wind is whipping up, so the winds of change are happening. So you're going undercover, so it's kind of like when you go into the hermit mode, or when you go into, see if you look at that, the sun, which would you be forward movement in the divine masculine, going into the clouds would represent the hermit going into the mountain. The mountain represents meditation, and then the wind whips up. So that's when the creative forces start to move as well. Your thinking starts moving, creative energy starts moving, and things cool down too. So it's not so hot. So maybe while you're in this cave and you're meditating or you're creating, maybe there's not so much forward movement right at that time. It gets a little chilly, it gets a little cool. So think about all those different messages of symbology. Every time my higher self starts to kick down messages while I'm talking, and a lot of times it's not until I get off. I could go away from the reading and I listen to it later and I think, that's that. I wonder if they'll pick up on that. And then sometimes I'll write it in the comments. So I hope you guys look at the comments that I write down along with the readings, because those are very important. The messages that are in there are just as important as what I'm giving you right now. Sometimes there's messages in there that are really, really important that I was not able to connect all together because it's just coming at me so quickly. You know, a lot of times I get information pouring at me so quick that I try and get it out. That's why I start talking really fast, and I get, like I said, sometimes it's very passionate. So please don't misunderstand me. Because all of these messages are not just for you or for the ones I do for readings for, but they're my messages. So if I'm coming down hard like a hammer, it's my higher self talking to me as well. But I have to temper that. I realize that. I have to cool it down. That's a message to me. When all of this starts whipping up and I start getting all of this energy whipping it up, it's a sign to cool things down. I'm getting too hot. So it might be that. Okay, so the next message we have. This is interesting because I've had reference to these. My Uncle Phil's been sending me pictures and videos of the woodpeckers in Wisconsin. And again, it's talking about new rhythm developing, okay? So woodpeckers, you know, they peck into the holes and they dig down to see, you know, to get their grubs or bugs or whatever insects. And sometimes they peck directly at the insects themselves, and sometimes it's to release the sap, like the flow. And then the insects get caught in the sap. So there's a metaphysical message for me. the energies that might be trying to attach to us, because we were talking last week about the manta ray and how they slap themselves down on they fly out of the water like Batman, and they slap themselves down on the emotional waters to rid themselves of the parasites that are stuck to them. So you think about the woodpeckers pecking, and he knows there's something underneath there, so he's trying to pull it out. And sometimes he'll get that, and you'll be able to see what it is that's attaching, and you'll get it and you pull it away. At other times, you're pecking at it, so you're giving attention to it, you're bringing focus to it, and you're asking Spirit to release the sap, to catch that, pull it away. That's one message there. And then they can go back later, the woodpecker can go back later and pick up the bugs and eat them. So it's interesting, consume it. So later, when it's caught, the prey has been caught, or the morsel or the information that's been caught in the sap. It's all the different kinds of different things. If we're digging for something and we're not quite getting it, sap runs down, we walk away, we let it go, let Spirit catch it. Later it'll come back to us and it's there, and we'll see it in front of us. I hope you're following me. I have kind of a, my father knows how I understand things and how I interpret things, so I hope you guys are understanding it. But whatever it is, that the woodpecker is talking about a new rhythm, right? He's tapping out a rhythm. You know, they're saying, pay attention to the music. The music is this rhythm that's coming. And it's a new rhythm, a new play coming into your life. It's going to be eliminating worries. It's going to be allowing success take root for you. And then, remember, this is just another confirmation. Success for the opportunities that are coming within the next few months. So if the woodpecker has appeared, which it has, and if you see it personally yourself even more so, then that means you've laid the proper foundation with something. And it's time to follow the rhythm that you're in and build upon that foundation. Pursue things in your own unique way. Don't be copying other people. I've been getting a lot lately from Spirit. You're being studied, you're being watched, you're being copied. And it's just a message to me to say to others, you need to do your own work. We all have to do our own work, because no one can be me, no one can be you. We're all each unique, and we all have our own way of doing things. It's good to take things from other people that we can learn from and incorporate it into our own patterns. Okay, so the crows. I'm just going to think about that. I just wanted to show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. One on its own. So there's 4 in a group. There's 1 soaring on its own. Do your own thing. Don't be riding on the back of others. Take from whatever you can glean from other people's way of doing things and looking at things, but then fly on your own. Solo. Go solo. Do your own thing. Do your own. Do it your way. You have a unique way, right? This is about your own unique perspective and doing things. Basically, also the fact that we saw the 4, so the 3 they were all kind of in a group. 3 went that way and 1 separated, right? So it's talking about doing things the way that you've done them in the past isn't working now. So it's talking about separating from that way of that mindset that you had and striking out on a different way. Doing things the way that others have done them aren't going to work for you. So those are staying in a group. This one took off and said, I'm going to go do it my way. So this person's doing what they're supposed to do. So the way you used to do things isn't working, and the way that other people are doing things, that's not going to work for you either. Now's the time to plan and build for your future in the best way, in the best manner that works for you and you alone. This new rhythm, new ability, new opportunity for rapid growth. It's all around right now. This is the energy that we've been talking about to manifest what it is, our dreams. I mean, we've been getting this message again and again. All right, Lily, come up. Come up. She wants up on the bed, on her chase lounge. This is actually her chase lounge. Come on. Want to come up? You want to say hi to everyone? I was looking at her earlier today at her eyes, and I noticed something. Her eyes. My daughter says, "Mom, she can't see," and I said, "Yes, she can, but she's got a really interesting look. I wonder if you'll be able to see her eyes." When she looks into the light, her eyes look reptilian, and when she looks away from the light, she looks like an owl. And as I took pictures of her eyes because they were trippy. I'm going to post them later. And then I looked up above her, and I have a black panther. It's a mask, and the black panther. I know who this represents, my kitty, and I know who the Black Panther is. And when you look up at the Black Panther, there's no eyes looking back at me. And I said, and right as I was looking at Lily, I said, Lily, look into the light, look into the light. So when you look into the light, okay, what's coming with this? Look into the light, look into the light. When you look into the light, no, I got it. So when she looks into the light, her eyes go reptilian. Okay, so reptilian is not a negative. Don't think of this as a negative. Reptilian is healing. The snake represents transformation and healing. Now, see, the sun has come out. See? So now when the sun has come out, we're in healing again. The wind slows down. It's not so cold. The sun is very healing. Look into the light. And when I looked into and when I told you when she looks at me, and it's darker, her eyes look like the owl. And when I looked up at the panther, there was no light in the eyes, which means for me, the owl speaks about the seer. This is your higher self. So at night, you're able to see in the dark. The owl sees in the dark. When you look, it looked like a vacant, like there was no light in the eyes of the panther because it's nighttime. I hope you're following this. So that's why they're saying during meditation time, you're going to be seeing things, you're going to be getting things. During the daylight hours, there's healing that's taking place. During the nighttime, you're getting visions, or meditation time, you're getting visions. You're getting downloads. You're getting clarity on things that have remained hidden behind the mask. Okay, that's what that is. And then in the daylight, when you're in the sun, this is when the transformation is happening. The healing, the transformative energy is at work during the day. At night is when you're thinking, when your higher self is connected to your to the universal consciousness of our Father and the angelic realm. That's when the owl is connecting. So I got all that when looking at my cat. Wait till you see the pictures. I'll post them later. It's pretty cool. I think that's all I want to tell you about Lily. I wonder if you can look at. Hi, Lily. Okay, look at her eyes. Lily, look up. Look up. Can you look up and show them? I want you to see her eyes. Hi, Lil. Show them. Show them. Oh, her eye. I wish you could see the colors. Okay, and right there, now we see 4 doves. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are doves. That's an amazing message. Doves. Oh, doves represent prophecy. See, they're flying up to heaven. They represent prophecy, fulfillment. That's talking about what we're getting in our dream time. The prophecies are being revealed. Prophetic visions, prophetic dreams during dream time, meditation time. 4 represents there are angels everywhere around you. You're completely guided, protected, and loved. There's no reason for fear. Remember, there's no reason for fear. So here they are, flying up to spirit. They're there with us. Oh, Mr. Mallard. That's a personal message, Mr. Mallard. He's my guy. Okay, so the last card. This is fun sitting out here. Actually, I don't mind doing the reading out on the deck. This is actually really cool. Okay, so the last card is Hummingbird. Now, there's so many messages with Hummingbird. Dreams and new joy within reach. I mean, this is such a positive. Everything is so positive. All of this forward movement. You want to hold on to that Hummingbird, Lil? You want to help us? There's her eyes. You want to hold on to that, Hummingbird, Lily? So Hummingbird speaks of, Hummingbird, here, we'll do this, we'll do it that way. Hummingbird speaks of lightening up, right? Your energy. It talks about grabbing the joy in life. It talks about the fact that they're talking about new joy and new dreams and joy within reach. That's clearly what we were already told. That's what we were given. So this is just confirmation for that. I want you to see her eyes. But Hummingbird also talks about grabbing the sweetness in life and lightening up your energy. And even though it's one of the smallest birds that there is, it's one of the most amazing birds. You think about the hummingbird, it's one of my favorites. What other bird can fly backwards, up, down, sideways? They're like a little helicopter, right? You look at them and you're fascinated. It'd be really cool if I could have one come up while we're talking. I would love that. Because normally they do come up on my patio and they'll just hang out like right by my head. They'll just literally, or they sit up. A lot of times they'll come and they'll sit up on that, or sit up on the Buddha. I was sitting right here one day and the hummingbird literally just hung in the air right there, right next to my ear. blows my mind. And I have a very special hummingbird feeder for her. So while I'm working and I have clients that I'm talking to, I have the certain messengers. And when a hummingbird comes up, it's like take a breath. It also means pause, grab the sweetness in life. It talks about, you know, there's a new nectar coming in. Think about that. The nectar, the hummingbirds, they come to get the sweet honey out of the honey water or out of the flowers. They get the nectar, right? So we're told these opportunities are coming. So this is nectar that's coming in our life. A new nectar and joy, whatever it is for you, it's here for you. It's manifesting around you, and your dreams are closer to being fulfilled. I mean, this is just there's so much manifestation happening. Springtime, it makes sense, you know? Springtime is when all this stuff happens. So the fact that the hummingbird can fly backwards talks about reawakenings of the past. So it could mean that the relationships from the past are coming back, or like I said, what's going on right now with the energy. There's reawakenings, this energy that's from past lives that's being released. There's also past dreams that are resurfacing and opportunities to now manifest them. So maybe you had a dream in the past and you weren't able to fulfill it, and now it's the opportunity to manifest and fulfill this dream is resurfacing. You know, regardless of the circumstances of the past, whatever they are that's happened in your past, the hummingbirds, oh, I love it, the sun poking right through right there. The hummingbird's appearance right now definitely talks about joy and accomplishment. So that it's a very, very positive always message. Opportunity that's manifesting around you, and they're saying grab it. We've already been told that. Whatever opportunities come to you at this time, grab it. Any opportunities for adventure, go after them. They're being brought to you for a reason, because this is a very fertile time for you, and it's going to continue. And the opportunities that are in front of you now are going to open up more opportunities in the future. They're all connected. They're all kind of lining up together. It's a time, hummingbird signals a time of blessings, new sunshine in life, happiness, success, could be in your spiritual work, your projects that you've been working on, relationships. It talks about renewed health for any who have been having challenges or difficulties that they've been working through. This is a time of because what we were noticing, how when the sun, divine feminine, went behind the clouds, that was when the winds got whipped up, right? All of the thinking or the sorting out or whatever was happening was going when the sun went behind the clouds. But when the sun comes out, that's a time of healing. So that's what's going on. There's new sun coming. There's new healing coming. Many, many positive messages for us. So those are the cards. Where are we at? Wow, it's a short reading. I've been doing really long readings recently. I'm going to stand up and walk around. I think we've got them all. Let me make sure. Courtship and mating, goose, chickadee, owl, woodpecker. Did we say owl? Did we do owl? I don't know that we did owl. Shoot, and I dropped the card. I'm wondering if I don't know if owl was a personal message for me, or if it was something that I should talk to you guys about. I did talk to you about it though, about my cat having owl eyes and seeing in the dark. So I'm thinking maybe the owl is supposed to be something I'm supposed to talk about, in more of a detailed way. I do want to say too that everybody has their own way of teaching, right? And I use my own life, my cat. There, look at her eyes. Look at those eyes. She's amazing. Oh, I know what I have to tell you about that. I'll go to the owl in a second. Our animals are our earth angels, okay? They are our personal, energy sponges. They absorb negative energy. So Lily and Liger, they represent, I know who they represent in my life. Our pets always represent, people in our lives and combinations. And they are fighting all the time. And I'm thinking, what is wrong with these two? They need to stop fighting, they need to get it together. So there's mixed signals being sent out that have to be straightened out, miscommunication that needs to be straightened out. But I thought about the fact that they absorb energy. And I'm constantly doing shielding and clearing and putting my twin and I inside of the pyrite cave, and lining it with the lapis and the cobalt, and all the colors of the peacock, and I thought, oh my gosh, what about Lily and Liger? They may have attachments on them. They need to be cleared too. So when I do a clearing and shielding meditation, asking for any cords to be cut, there's cords that are wrapped around our pets. And I'm thinking that's what's going on with them. Before she came to us, she had terrible things happen to her. Whoever had her tore her fingernails out, which is terrible. They took her claws out, which is the most disgusting thing to do to an animal. They literally have to tear their knuckles right out. So you think about that. That's the way you feel. Your fingernails are your defenses. So somebody's taken away her defenses. She was then left, I don't know what happened, but someone abandoned her, and she was left outside, and she was starving. She had no attention, she had no love, she had no food. Food is love and nourishment. And when I found her, Liger, he never let any other animal into our house, and he knew somehow that she had to come. She needed to be given preferential treatment. And he's a big fat guy, right? And he's a giant cat. I mean, huge. And he's a Maine Coon, and he's not afraid of anything or anyone, but he is at the same time. It's strange because if a cat comes into the room, he'll kick the crap out of them. I mean, no other animal is allowed in, except for Lily, he won't. But if a man or any other human comes in, he takes off like a shot. Somebody did something to him, and it's strange because I raised him since he was a baby, but I had an ex-husband who was allergic to cats, and he didn't like him. He called him the bad cat, and the mad cat, and the mean cat. Negative thoughts were put into this cat, and I thought, dang, I need to cut cords on Liger. He's afraid. He's carrying all this old energy. It's the truth. It's the same with us. It's the same with our animals. I mean, all of the negative energy that was wrapped around in my life circumstances, and I left him too. When I had to go to Wisconsin, when Spirit called me to Wisconsin, I left Liger for almost, a month and a half, and he almost died. He felt that I had abandoned him, so there was major trauma. And then when the Spirit asked me to leave Wisconsin and go to Sedona, I had to leave him again, and major trauma. So being left, he gets very stressed out. But something happened when I was not there. Somebody did something to him when I wasn't there, and I'm not aware of what happened. This is a message to me. So think about your animals in your home. They represent you and people that you love, okay? So I know who these animals represent to me. And what I was saying is, when I talk about my own life, this is how I teach. I look at my life, and I see the examples that are shown to me, and then I give the messages how I read them, and so that you can kind of do this in your own life. It's not like God, she's always talking about her life. This is how I teach. This is how I understand things. So when I was not there, when Liger was not in my presence, somebody did something to him, and he's terrified now. And Lily, even though she was abandoned and thrown out and left and not given any love or attention, she's tough as nails. She's strong. So but she fights with Liger. So it could be that he has an attachment, that she doesn't want the energy around her. So that's talking about you, your family, your friends. There could be something, because we're not aware of what attachments we have on us. We may have no problem with this person or that issue or circumstance, but maybe that person has a problem with us, or maybe there's jealousy, others that have jealousy for us, or what we have, or who knows what it is that other people may have. We're not even aware because we don't know who they are. But that doesn't mean that they can't wrap cords around us. So we have to have these cords cut constantly. It's constantly, and it's funny because I always send this meditation to my clients, a cord cutting meditation, and a shielding meditation. And this morning, as I was thinking about Lily needing to have her cords cut, and Liger as well, I got an email from one of my regular clients, and she said, "Hey, could you please forward that cord cutting meditation that you were talking to me about?" And I thought, I did. I already sent it to her. But the fact, and so I resent it again, but it was just emphasis for me. You're right. That's what happened. There's cords wrapped around these cats, and Lily can feel the energy on Liger, and she doesn't want anything to do with it. So cut the cords, cut the energy. So you people who have maybe ask for cords to be cut for yourself. You don't know what they are necessarily, but they may be coming in between you and relationships that you're trying to form. They may be causing blocks between you and family members or friends or who knows. So just because you don't have a problem and you're feeling fine, if something's not working, there could be a cord wrapped around you that's causing a block between the situation. That's that message. Okay, so owl. Owl. So the owl talks, as I was saying, the owl sees in the night, right? The owl talks about being able to see any lies or deception, right? That they were talking about that earlier in the message about the, was it Woodpecker, or can't even remember which one it was, but said that any lies or deception would be uncovered. So basically the owl comes and says, pay attention that there are strong spirits around you, which we already saw. We saw the doves are around us, which talks about peace, fulfillment, happiness, harmony, also prophecy. So it talks about, and remember we were told we don't have to worry, we don't have any fear, we've got angels around us, we've got the number 4, so there's protection around you right now. This is a time of when I sent my, here's my vulture. I'm gonna see if he comes right over us. I sent a picture of Lily to my girlfriend and I said, what comes to you when you look at her eyes? What is the message you get? And she said, magic, mystery. And I thought, exactly, because that's what's going on. The owl is the epitome of magic, mystery, and vision and guidance, and that's what's here for us. And that's what I saw when I looked at Lily. Lily has the ability to see into the future, who she represents. She has the ability to pull things out of dream time or the messages or signs, and she is me and she is my twin. So at this time, that's what they're saying, pay attention to your dreams and your visions. The owl is silent. You know, if I don't know if you've ever watched the videos of the owl when they fly. If a hawk flies, they're freaking amazing. But you can hear their wings. They've got stiff, stiff. It's okay, Lily, just chill out. They have stiff wings, and you can hear the wind going through their feathers. But when an owl flies, absolute silence, complete silence. So it talks about you have a silent guide right now. So your guide is coming to you through your dreams. Your guide is coming to you through the animal messengers. It's teaching you at this time to trust what you're getting, trust in your impressions, especially in regards to spirit, what you're getting. Trust the messages that come to you. A lot of people have an issue, and I do it too. We will get something and then we'll doubt it. They're saying don't doubt it. Because the owl is a creature of the night. Remember, I looked up at my panther, and the eyes looked vacant. And it wasn't that the panther wasn't able to see; it was he was seeing in the dark. It was like you can't see the eyes because they're hiding. So great secrets and great treasures are in darkness. So meditation. The hermit goes to the mountain, right? When the great wave comes, go to the mountain. The mountain represents the hermit going into meditation. So going into meditation, going into your dreams, you're going to uncover amazing secrets. Could be esoteric messages coming to you. Sometimes you're getting downloads and you don't know what the messages mean for you at the time, but you'll get it later. Sometimes it's just your higher self that connects and gets these messages. So this is a time to pay attention and uncover the secrets that are coming to you. So you're at this time your physical and your spiritual senses are heightened, and because of this, you're going to be able to see things, subtle things that you may not have noticed before. That's what I like. You're going to be able to pick up on stuff. I point things out. That's why I like being outside, because I point them out to you. And now I've got people pointing them out to me. Like I said, my client said to me, I just saw 2 snow geese. And I knew that I was supposed to tell you. And the snow geese represented renewal. The true and the love of a true twin soul. So wow, it was a message for me, all right. But these are but you pay attention to the things that come to you. So because I've been talking a lot about the animal messengers, and people are starting to pick up on stuff, and I love it. It's so fun. I get messages all the time. I saw this, I saw that. What does this mean? And a person spoke to me this morning. My friend Barbara, she said, I know that the horse is connected to me. What does it mean? A horse is forward movement. The horse is helps you carry you to your destination. There's so many different things that people are starting to tune in to. That's why I have such emphasis on the animal messengers whenever I do the readings, because this is a way that Spirit speaks to us and gives us really, really specific messages. Every animal has its own unique message. And they change as well depending on what the animal is doing, right? So the dove, remember the reading that I had, and the dove was sitting. It was raining, and the male was behind the female around the corner, and she was in front, and they were just kind of waiting. They were ruffling their feathers, and they were trying to kind of like wait for the appropriate wind to come to take off, and he was underwater because the rain was coming down, so he had a lot of emotional water coming down on him, and they sat there, and she looked over to make sure he was okay. But she looked over and said, hey, is it time? He stiffens up and he looks and he said, yep, time for us to go. And then they took off. So it was like a period of quiet, wait for the storm to pass, and then they were going to take off, and they took off together. Well, today we saw 4 doves, and they were flying together, and they were flying up to heaven. So it's representing angels. It's representing the prophecy. It's representing that we're protected, since we're getting a lot about no reason for fear at this point, because we have protection, hidden protection around us. It also talks about go to spirit, turn to spirit when you need protection or when you're asking for protection. Ask for shielding, ask for help with cutting cords. Ask Archangel Michael to come and stand there and see his spinning blue sword, slicing off any cords that are attached to you. You're going to hear undercurrents in people's voices. They'll say something to you, but you're going to understand what it means. It's not what, maybe not necessarily what they're saying. I keep getting, they give me empathy, speak less, listen more, and it's not necessary. It means tune into your empathetic feelings that you're picking up on, and not necessarily about what the words that were chosen, but what the undertones, what it actually means. They also are telling you that there's help and guidance available to you, but it's up to you to act on it. We get this stuff thrown at us all the time. We just have to be aware at this time. And I'm going to give you a reverse message for Owl as well, because I don't know what message we were supposed to get, if it was reversed or upright. I just know Owl. So when the Owl shows up in reverse, it talks about you're not paying attention to what your higher self is giving you. You're getting messages. That was the reading that I gave the one person. It was what's my life path, and I kept saying, you're getting your signs. They're right in front of you. And a lot of times it's like, okay, I'm looking, and I don't see it, and we get frustrated. But so you don't have to beat yourselves up, but try and tune in to what it is that your heart's calling. What is my soul longing for? What is it that I'm thinking about all the time? What is it that I really, really want? You're getting messages. Act on it. Do something about it. Pay attention to the messages and signs that are coming. Maybe you're resisting or you're neglecting your own counsel. Because of that, things aren't moving. So you know what you're supposed to do, but you're not doing it, so things aren't moving. Nothing's shifting, nothing is changing. So pay attention to the messages that you're getting. If the hummingbird sits down and the hummingbird appears to you and it's not moving, don't go anywhere. Wait. If the hummingbird is in flight, get moving. If the bee stings you or is chasing you, someone is going to say something nasty, or there's nasty words you got to be paid attention to. If the dove is sitting, it's talking about taking a breath, being still, being quiet. If the hummingbird is on the move, the dove, and the dove is on the move, you just pay attention to the different things and imagine what it means. So, if my cat is walking along a fence, it's talking about balance. If my cat is resting, it talks about just chilling out right now. Well, my cat's outside resting, so it's good to go outside and take in that. See, it's good for my cat to come out. If my cat is asleep, take a nap. Stop whatever you're doing. If the dog is barking, the dog represents love, loyalty, unconditional love, affection. It also represents protection. So if a dog starts to bark, they're alerting you to something. Pay attention. What am I seeing? What am I hearing? What's going on around me? Do I need protection? A lot of times, because generally a dog doesn't bark unless somebody that they don't know comes into their arena, right? So it means something or somebody or a thought is coming that shouldn't be there. So maybe you're thinking something negative. These are all the things that you need to pay attention to. Also, owl in reverse means maybe you don't have all the information. Here's a big one for me, being that I'm like Sherlock Holmes. Maybe you don't have all the information and you're acting on something without having it. So it's not for your benefit. So if you don't understand something, you don't know what you're supposed to do, wait until it comes clear to you. Step back, listen, watch, pay attention, and it will come. The Spirit will make it clear. It could be that you are, like I said, ignoring what your own impressions are, or you're pretending not to see what's like right in front of you. And help and guidance is there for you, clearly, because Spirit's bringing it to us constantly, but we're ignoring it. Now Lily keeps going in and out, in and out, in and out. She can't decide what she wants. a message to me. I know what that means. Here's a bee. There's a bee. Okay, now we just talked about the bee. Now, the bee says, get busy and get after the honey. So the bee's flying around. So it says, now's the time to move. Remember, we've been given messages and we've been given, assert yourself. If things aren't moving, what are you not doing? What have you been told to do that you haven't done? The bee was flying. It was busy. So get busy and get the honey. Also, the bee represents victory. So it means if you are at this moment, because of the opportunities that are being presented to you, if you do get moving on it, you will be victorious, is what they're saying. So you've got the signs in front of you. Yes, this message is telling you this, this, and this, whatever it may be for you, and you're not moving on it. Why? Fear. You're ignoring, the signs couldn't get any louder, they're screaming at you. So they're saying, if you've not been told this whole reading to assert yourself, go after what it is that you want. Whatever it is that you're calling to your heart, go after it. And if you do, you will be victorious. You're going to get what you want. So that's the message from the bee flying around. All right. So that's it. I'm going to go and see if there's anything out here that we need to look at. I love the wind chimes. Isn't it pretty? What a beautiful day. Ah. I think I'll go into this bay here. When I go into this bay, I can row. But when I get out there, the water, it was so hard. That's when I did my little video. I don't know if you guys saw. I was sitting like right where the boat is. The next thing I know, I'm totally in the middle of the lake. So I'll go down into the water now. But this was just as pretty up here, I think. So thank you for being with me. If you'd like to follow me, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Google+, I'm on YouTube where all these videos go. If you subscribe, you'll get notification of the videos and they'll come to you. Where else am I? Angels Whisper, Sherry Columbus. My website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email is Sherry Columbus, SHERRI, Columbus, as in Christopher Columbus. I can't believe how many people don't know how to spell Columbus. COLUMBUS @yahoo.com. So if you want any help with dream analysis, life coaching, private reading, go to my website, choose the amount of time that you want. It'll lead you to go to contact at the top, or actually go to, I think it says pay for services. I can't remember, I changed it recently. I've updated my website a little bit. And then it will lead you to my PayPal. And go to my email though, email me and let me know what you want to do, because I still need to get that organized. Hi Lil. Hi. I want you to see her eyes. I want you to see her eyes. It's so cool. What else? Is there anything else? I think that's it. I always think of stuff afterwards. So, hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It's beautiful. I'm going to go start uploading this, and then I'm going to go down and row around in my lake. Yeah, baby. That dove was on the move. On the move. Man, working hard. So, I'm going to let you guys figure that one out. I know what that means for me, so I'm going to leave that one for you to interpret. This is stuff that you guys have to learn. All right, you guys have a great day. Thank you. Blessings, lovin', blue light.